Hello everyone, my name is Larseth, and welcome back to episode 26 of our Poland Cannon to Space campaign, where we'll be going for, obviously, Poland Cannon to Space, as well as Winged Hussars and One King to Rule. We have just finished the League War. We got unfortunately, it was massively one-sided, I would say. And we got ganged up on a bit. However, we only lost 3 provinces, which was Ossel, Reval, and Livland. It could have been a lot more. Quite easily could have been a lot more, because Bohemia were after all these provinces here, as well as wanting to free Galicia and what's the other? Galicia, Volhynia. So they were wanting to get rid of them as well. Now I said at the end of last episode that I was thinking about converting to Protestant, but I wouldn't be doing that unless a significant proportion of Europe did it. So at the moment, pretty much my 3 main allies, which are Spain, Austria, and Sweden. Pretty much all these allies are, well, they are still Catholic as their primary religion. So until they start swapping, nothing's going to happen, because otherwise I'll end up peeing them off rather a lot, which I don't want to do. Right. See, here's the thing. Manpower reserves need to recover. That's fine, but I will also be... I suppose I could get that, because I will also be obviously recruiting new armies, because one of my armies got stack wiped. Fortunately, this one was saved mere moments before it was about to be stack wiped. So there was that. So luckily I didn't lose both, otherwise that would have been a real disaster. But fortunately I didn't, so I don't know, I guess we have things to be thankful for, I guess. But we will still continue developing. We can still add a lot of provinces. We can still add military barracks to a lot of provinces to speed up the rate at which we'll get back this manpower. So in that respect, it's not the end of the world. It could be a lot worse. So 977, 1067. Okay, so those armies are relatively okay, composition-wise. Maybe if we get one more of each for that army, and one more of those. We have chosen the right path. But I'm not going to tell you that, so I'm going to lose the ducats. Because we're still earning a vast amount of money. Well, I say vast. It's not that vast. Could obviously be a lot better. But, you know, it's a decent amount of money. And the provinces we lost were, you know, low trade power, relatively low manpower, and, you know, also relatively low tax. So, you know, in the long run, it doesn't really affect us that much. So we don't have to worry all that much about the lasting effect. We're still oh no, Papal State won the Curia back. I got it once, so that's fine. Not sure really what good it did us. I'm not overly fussed about losing it, if I'm honest. Lord of Austria wants a new royal marriage, which they can have, no problem. Oh, my cat's decided it wants to come up on the desk and say hi. So apologies if you hear some meowings coming from the general direction of the recording. Right. So we could do with getting this inflation down to 0. I mean, it's staying at the same because we don't have any gold provinces. There's no small amount of it going up. What else can we do in this meantime? Because we've got 11 years now to get the rest of our manpower back, which should be more than enough time. But I mean, I'm still gonna. Oh, wrong one. Still continue to build all of the upgrades I can. Just because I want the land we've got to be as efficient as possible. Because in this playthrough, I can't just go and blob and go nuts. Although I have expanded a reasonable amount. I can't just blob and go nuts because without having admin ideas, I wouldn't have access to the. I would be paying more for so much for core creation that I wouldn't be able to get the Poland kin into space. So there's that to think about. But I'm not worried. By all accounts, that achievement is that the Poland kin into space one is pretty much a dead cert even without westernization. Fortunately, now that the League War is over, what we'll probably do... Oh, mighty Ulm. Who's Ulm at war with? Who are they going to crush? They are at war with Pomerania and Nassau. Or Nassau. One or the other. But after the event is over, around 1600, well, it's a little while. It could be a little after, or more or less exactly on 1600. I don't know. We'll just have to find out. But I don't want to do that. I would rather lose the prestige, if I'm honest. Yeah, after that has occurred, hopefully it occurs rather, doesn't take too long to occur. But after that occurs, we'll look to go to war with Bohemia, possibly. It's still frustrating that there are so many interlocking alliances around here that we're sort of penned in for both sides. The only reason we were able to expand against Brandenburg was because we managed to get them into war through Denmark. If that hadn't happened, that would have, our expansion would have been delayed by, a fair amount. We'll reduce our army maintenance now that our existing army is, fully recovered. Because I haven't decided whether I'm going to go over to... Oh. Oh, they all hate me anyway. It's fine. Because I haven't decided whether I'm going to go over to Protestant yet, I'm only going to convert the Orthodox provinces at the moment. Until I have a better idea. Cossack expansion. That's all the way down here. Yeah, that's fine. Accept the expansion. Not a problem with me. Yes. That's what we can do. Let's see if we can get any... military support, etc. Recruit minister. Manpower recovery speed is up. Military power. Let's do that as well. Demand military support. There we go. So that's fine. That stays. So we've got our manpower recovery speed up. And we should have got a minister. But I think that must be the... oh, I don't know. Maybe it didn't. Maybe it comes next month. I don't know. Who knows? Oh well. I didn't really need to do that, but I wanted the influence up so I could ask them for the military support. National tax modifier, so I can't do that for another year. Oh, exactly a year, actually. Burgers. Demand, I don't really need Diplo support, to be honest. I mean, again, even despite spending all that Diplo power, I've got plenty. Production. Right, let's see anywhere else that could possibly benefit from some production increases. Thinking probably these two provinces here for the moment. I noticed there was a... I missed it. A province up here, which I'll probably... Warmia. Which I'll probably upgrade. There we go. How long until we can unlock the... next... So, training fields. Yeah, that's what I want. So, one more military tech, we could get training fields. That'll be good. Because once we get training fields... that'll increase our manpower, recovery, and existing amount by, you know, a really significant figure. So what we'll do is just save up this money now that we're earning. Most likely. Yeah, just save it up, and we will... There we go, that's expired. Build a load of the training fields. So we want... Send emissary to the Pope. We want, sadly, make generous donation. And we want your admin power, please. Thank you muchly. So, another idea. Another Diplotech. Again, not really fussed about that at the moment. None of that benefits me. A terrible amount, so I'm not going to take it until I need to. Court painter available. I love this event. The only one that's better is, well, I mean, there are loads which are better, obviously. But I really enjoy the event, which I think just gives you stability. It's to do with hiring an advisor or a military. No, it's the one where you allow the person to roam around the country that gives you, like, just stability for no loss. I think it's stability and prestige. There we go. Reverse course. That doesn't bother me because we're already pretty much caught up with tech, so we don't have to worry about, you know, dropping behind. Let's see what we can get out of Pope Man. Pope Man, no, Pope Man. We can get some. I think we'll go for the prestige. Actually, no. We'll get rid of the remaining inflation. It's a shame we don't have. So Riga, why do you suddenly not like us as much? Rogue Nate. Oh, that was probably because I went against. I'm guessing it's because I went against the guessing it's because I went against the they were on possibly the opposite side in the the League War. It's my assumption anyway. It's the only reason I think I'd get a Rogue Nation thingy from them. But, right, come on. We've got a long way to go. Well, we're almost done with offensive ideas, which would be nice. What we'll probably do after that is go for maybe trade or influence. I don't really need influence, but I mean trade is always good pretty much all the time. The only other one I could go for is administrative, just for the coring creation cost. And the merc bonuses I get, but I guess. Or maybe religious, so I can, if I decide to flip and convert to Protestantism. I don't know yet. There are so many options I could pick. But for the moment, I mean, inevitably at some point we're going to go for quantity. No, quality, sorry. And then our army will be, you know, just about as good as it could potentially be at the moment, because, you know, we'll have all the bonuses to pretty much all of our... Unfortunately, it appears I've lost a month at the end of this episode, because newbie me, my hard drive filled up with a space of recorded data. So it looks like I'm going to have to pick this episode up next time. Sorry, it's a bit of a short episode, but we will be back, and the only game time that was missed in the missing recording is about a month. So it's insignificant amount of time. So that's fine. But I will see you next time after I've rendered a load of stuff, deleted a load of source files that are clogging up my hard drive. And I will, see you next time. Thank you very much for watching. Take care.